David Kendrick.
Toastmasters and guests, happy Yuletide. Get that out the way right away. So, how many people here have ever had a mentor in their life? And how many people have been a protege? Right. Now, during my time as a protege, I learned things that I never thought that I knew. If you remember when I gave my first few speeches here, I gave a speech called David Kendrick Know-It-All. And I thought I knew everything about everything, especially after getting my MBA. But once I started my speaking business, because this is something that I want to do for the rest of my life, make money off by doing it as well, I learned things, there are things that I didn't know. And it cost me a couple of very valuable resources. Number one being money, number two being time, and number three being my patience and mental health. So while I was starting my speaking business, there were things that I wasn't taught in college about business. I was taught basic fundamentals. When it came to my business, I was book smart, but I wasn't actually smart enough to go out and start a business right after graduating college. So after wasting about $2,000, I said, I think I need some help here. So there's an organization called SCORE that it gives people like myself who are just starting a business and may be well established in their business, just get help from a business mentor. So I got help writing my business plan. And the thing that I wasted thousands of dollars on was called a registered agent service. So what a registered agent is if you own a business, you need someone, hopefully this doesn't happen to you, but if you get sued, you need someone to say, hey, you represent David's business, you've been served. Don't want that to happen. So this service was costing me $400 a year through LegalZone. And I had no idea why I was getting charged, and it was something that automatically drafted every year, and I was just paying it. So after about 4 years, I realized that, hey, you guys are charged, and the only reason I noticed it is because it overdrafted my account one year. Because every February they were taking out $400. So I said, what is this? And they explained it to me, and then that's when something clicked, and it said, David, you don't know everything that you think you know about business, and you need some help. Now, me being a first generation veteran, first person in my family to graduate from college, I couldn't go to anyone in my family and say, they call me Junior back home, Junior needs help, and lots of help. So I reached out to SCORE, and I was connected with a business mentor, and we met at Sewell Mill Library in Marietta, and he was just a valuable resource for me. And he said, well, David, you're the only person in your business. Why do you have a registered agent? You can just set up a UPS mailbox and have any notifications sent straight to that PO box. And it just blew my mind. So you mean to tell me, after years and years of blood, sweat, and tears in college, I wasted these thousands of dollars and I didn't have to? And that's when I learned the value of having a business mentor. So I meet with him every single month, and I go to the library just to educate myself with business books. I learn a lot from people in the community, other speakers. Jim introduced me to the NSA, so I meet with a couple speakers at the NSA. I'm starting to network with people on LinkedIn. So even though I have my one business mentor, I learn from multiple people on LinkedIn to find out what do they do, how do they network with other individuals, how do you get speeches, but most importantly, how can you save me time, money, and stress? And those are my most three valuable resources, because you can get time back, or you can't get time back, you can get money back. You can't get time back, and you can make a lot of mistakes with your mental health. And with stress, when someone offers you to speak and you don't get paid what you want to, and you give them a reply that they don't like. And what I found out is the word spreads. And you know, that David guy, I don't think attitude is not the best. You may not want to have him speak. So what I learned from my business mentor is, even if you're not getting paid to speak, there's other ways that you can gain value from your speech. They can give you the pictures from your speech. They can give you the video from your speech. They can advertise your business on social media, to include LinkedIn. All these valuable things that I was learning as a protege that I didn't learn in college. Because if you think about it, there's no college for professional speaking. You may take a professional speaking class, but unless you're in a group like Toastmasters, like we're in today, you don't know the ins and outs of the speaking business. And that brings me to this group. So we have a couple of new members, we have visitors today. So in this group, I'm a protege of everyone here as well. Just last week, I gave a speech and I was evaluated by the award-winning Jim Hughes. So some feedback that he gave me is, you need to plant your feet and get to the meat and potatoes of your speech just a little bit quicker. Because last week I went over my time, and I sat down and I was like, oh, I knew it, I blew it. So what I learned in this group is never take yourself for granted, because there's always room for improvement. And every single time I go home, I read all the evaluations from everyone here, and I don't know who the names aren't on the evaluation, but I'm a protege to everyone in the group, because I take that feedback and I look to get better, because this is something that I want to do full time and make enough money to sustain my lifestyle from speaking. So what I learned as well is never take yourself for granted. Reach out to someone to save yourself time, money, and stress. So in conclusion, I would like to say thank you all for being a mentor to me every single week. And happy Yuletide, and please leave me some wonderful notes as my mentor is up here today.
Thank you, David. And I hope we have some mentors around here